Good evening, Instagram. Good evening, good evening, good evening. So listen, I am multitasking and I'm going to be doing my Terry's Tips video right here live on Instagram, and I'm going to tell you why. So first, I look a little bit crazy because I am tired. I've been running all around and I'm back from Jamaica. And guys, real quick PSA, I'm going to do my Terry's Tips video live today because one of the number one questions I get asked from you guys is, why are my business accounts not reporting to the business bureaus? So I want to give you guys some insight about this and also some next steps and some tangible things that you can do. Hello, good evening, everybody. So this is Terry's Tips Live. And guys, real quick, the reason why I'm doing it live is because, as you see, I am at the repair store. Now, why am I at the repair store? My phone got damaged in Jamaica. It just went completely black screen. So if anybody has been trying to call me or text me or anything, I have been without my phone for 3 days now, which is catastrophic. So they're trying to fix it right now. I'm doing an insurance claim to get a new phone, and today was the first day I could do it. Quick nugget right here. Guys, one way that I leverage my business and my business EIN is that I have a business account with my cell phone provider. Right now I'm with T-Mobile. And guys, I have 45. Somebody put in the comments 45. I have 45 approved lines with my business account. Why is that powerful to you guys? Let me tell you something. Nugget. One way you can leverage your business and your EIN and business credit is by having business like utilities, business services, having a business account. Why? They give you better phones, they give you better prices, they give you better service. I have 24/7 service with them because of my business account. I get promotions. And guys, I had 12 lines. Right now I have 6. I'm approved for 45. So nugget, I don't care if you're a brand new business, if you're an established business, you should be having your cell phone, your sometimes your utilities, all those things, have them as a business account because you will get better rates, better service. It's one way for you to have leverage your business. Is one way to have more data points out there for your business. Is one way to get approved for more business funding. Got it good. So if you've been trying to reach me, I apologize. I have been without my phone, and you see that I'm on another phone right now, right? Because I have 5 phones I have 3 phones for myself right now. And so another nugget right here, business owners, always have a backup. Always have a backup. So because I always travel with at least 2 phones, I was still able to at least get on Instagram and still at least get on my Gmail and still at least correspond with people. Hello, come on somebody. That was a nugget right there. So, Terry's Tips. Why are your business accounts not reporting to the business credit bureaus? Guys, get a notebook, get a pen, okay? And I'm still going to do my nugget at the end. And y'all just going to have to deal with me because I'm running around running errands, but I'm still make sure, nugget, accountability, discipline, that I still do my video for you guys. So with business credit, I need you guys to understand that it's very, very different than personal credit. The majority, somebody put in the comments majority, the majority of business companies, business accounts do not report to all of the business bureaus, and a bunch of them don't report to the business bureaus at all. It's not like personal credit, where with personal credit, you have an account with Macy's, you have an account with, I don't know, Discover, you have an account with whatever. A lot of the major companies for personal report to the major personal bureaus, the top 3, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. For business credit, I don't care what nobody says. I'm trying not to wave my hand yet, y'all, because I didn't even get a chance to go to the nail salon. I'm raggedy today, okay? I'm just getting back from Jamaica, and all this stuff has happened. I'm trying to multitask, okay? So I'll be fly the next video. Ciao. Listen, this is real talk. I need y'all to see what entrepreneurship looks like for real, okay? And so I'm doing my video without all this stuff. So anyway, so for business credit, I do not care what anybody says. The 3 biggest business credit bureaus are still and will always be Dun & Bradstreet, which is the biggest, then Equifax Business and Experian Business. Really, Experian Business is used a lot more for business credit cards, and then Equifax Business. Now, when you guys are building business credit with a tier system, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, this is a way to build business credit using a tier system regardless of your revenue, regardless of your credit score when you use a tier system. And when we talk about, I've done a ton of videos and I will link them. I'm going to have my admin Mari put this on YouTube later on once I get stationary, and then I will link the videos on tier 1 accounts, on net 30 accounts, on vendor accounts. Guys, The tier system is an alternative way to build business credit if you do not have a bunch of revenue, you do not have good business personal credit, and you have like no business credit, do not have good personal credit, and you have like no business credit, okay? And one thing you guys say, well, I got these tier accounts, I got, Uline, I got Granger, I got Wise Business Plans, I got Crown Office Supply, I got, Wex, I got all these accounts, and they're not reporting. Tip number one, nugget number one, when you're applying for tier accounts, make sure that they are accounts that report to the bureaus. Probably 80% of the business credit accounts do not report to any of the bureaus. If you follow me, and you should, this is a good time to make sure you follow me on Instagram and that you subscribe on YouTube, then I specifically highlight and give you guys lenders that report to the business bureaus. So there may be 500 tier 1 accounts, and I'll talk about 25. Because those 25 report to the business credit bureaus. So the tip number one is using lenders that report to the business credit bureaus. Do not assume that they report, because many of them do not. Number two, the majority of them do not report to all three bureaus. So you may have 5 business credit accounts. Maybe 1 reports to Dun & Bradstreet, 3 report to Experian, and two report to Equifax. Well, you're expecting to pull up your Dun & Bradstreet and see 5 accounts. No. Guys, I have 4 videos on YouTube. One is about net 30 accounts where I give you 25. Somebody put in the comments 25. I give you 25 vendor accounts that report to the bureaus regardless of revenue, regardless of credit. And I teach you how to pick the ones that you can actually use to build your brand, build your business while you're building business credit. That's a nugget right there. I am not the person who's going to tell you to get all these random accounts you can't use. The wise way, the strategic way, is to only get vendor accounts, tier 1 accounts, net 30 accounts that are things you can actually use. Let me give you an example. This is helping somebody give me some hearts, okay? Because I know we don't do my Terri Tips videos live. But for example, Wise Business Plan is, come on somebody, there we go with the 25, right? Let me know y'all can even hear me because I'm out and about, so I'm not on my Wi-Fi. But Wise Business Plan is a tier 1 vendor account. Well, why would that help you? Many of you come to me and you say, well, I need business credit. I want to apply for grants. I want to apply for credit. I want to apply for a startup loan. And one of the things they're going to require if you're a brand new business is a business plan. And then many of you are like, well, I don't know how to write a business plan. Voila, there is a tier 1 company, a vendor account, a net 30 account that's called Wise Business Plans. So that means if I'm a business owner and I'm being strategic, I'll say, instead of me getting Granger, because I don't need Granger, I'm not listening to all these other people who are giving me a bunch of nonsense. I'm going to listen to somebody who's giving me strategy so that I can actually use my vendor accounts to grow my business. I'm going to get a vendor account with Wise Business Plan. That is a tier 1 account to report to the bureaus. They will help me build my business plan, and then I will use that business plan to help me qualify for grant money, venture capitalists, angel investors, startup loans. You get my drift, guys, right? So the goal is to not only use vendor accounts, but use ones that you can actually use and that they report. Number 2, make sure you're aware of what bureau they report to. So maybe, I'm doing this off the top of my head, so I'm not saying this, but for example, maybe Granger reports to Dun & Bradstreet, and Wise Business Plans reports to Equifax, and let's say, Wex Fleet Card reports to Experian. So be aware that just because you got one account, it does not, the majority of the time, guys, it will not report to all 3 bureaus. Now, number 3, and I just had a bunch of people in my inbox, which is why I chose to do the video on this today. The video is, why are my business accounts not reporting to the bureaus? Guys, you need to ask them when they report. Again, it's very, very different than personal. With personal credit, like clockwork, the majority of the companies report every 30 days. Not for business credit. For business credit, sometimes they report every month, every quarter. There's even some business credit companies report every 6 months. So let's say you got your account in January. Well, they only report every 6 months. It may not be reported to the bureau until June. You did absolutely nothing wrong, but they only report twice a year. So you need to be aware. Not only do you report, what bureau do you report to, but how often do you report? Because it could be that when you got the account, you're just not in the time frame for them to actually report the data. Tip right here, guys. Do you understand why for the business credit, even the personal credit companies, why all of them don't report? I think you guys are missing this. I want you to think about it. The business companies, they actually have to pay the business bureaus to report, just like personal. The personal credit card companies, Discover, American Express, Macy's, Nordstrom's, Toyota, all those companies, you do not pay them to report. They actually pay the TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian to report. So it's not worth it for them to report all these accounts when you guys are not using them, or they're not they don't make a whole bunch of money. That's why all of the business credit companies do not report to all the bureaus, or they do not report every single month. Got it? And I want you guys to think about it. Have you ever paid TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian directly? Absolutely not. The only time you've paid them is if you want monitoring or a score. Guys, nugget. I used to work for TransUnion. I'm certified in the Fair Credit Reporting Act. I'm a board certified credit consultant, board certified credit score consultant, and I'm a certified trainer. So I don't tell you guys theory. I tell you guys what I know. Under the law, the three major credit bureaus for personal, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, they cannot charge you consumers for anything, right? For the reporting. The companies pay them for reporting. They can only charge you for other things, like other services that are above and beyond. That's why the credit bureaus can charge you for a score. The credit bureaus can charge you for monitoring, but you're not actually paying them to report your credit. That's why you yourself, the consumer, cannot add items to your own personal credit report. You can only apply for accounts, and accounts get reported to the bureaus by the actual companies. Guys, I'm teaching on this video. Don't miss that nugget. You may have to rewatch this, okay? Because I'm teaching right now. So the same thing for the business credit bureaus, guys. But because there's so many smaller amount of business owners, right? It is not worth it for all of them to actually report to the business credit bureaus. And the ones that do, they don't report to all three, and they may not report every single month. The last thing, guys, right? So I said, number one, make sure you use a company reports to the bureaus. Number two, make sure you're aware of what bureau they report to. Number three, excuse my nails, y'all, I already told y'all. Okay, number three, make sure that you know when they report. Is it monthly? Is it quarterly? Is it every 6 months? Is it annually? Depending on when you got the account, when they report. And then the fourth thing, guys, is make sure you met the requirements for them to report. Look, if you learned something on this video, give me some hearts right now, okay? Because I'm out here running errands. I ain't eat. I'm tired. I need my nails done. But I'm still making sure I'm getting y'all in here. This is real. This is what entrepreneurship looks like. If you learn something, give me some love. So guys, this is where make sure that you met the requirements. So for example, I'll use Uline. Everybody knows about Uline, right? This is where with Uline, they may say, we'll report you to the business credit bureaus if you do 2 orders of $100. Well, sometimes you guys are not aware of that. You don't pay attention to that. So you'll do 1 order of $50 and don't do anything else. So yes, you have an account with them. Yes, you've established some business credit, but it hasn't been reported to the credit bureaus, the business credit bureaus, because you did not meet the requirement for them to report. Their requirement, my phone's done?
Not done. Like I'm gonna ask more time for by tomorrow.
By tomorrow, y'all. So guys, I'm at the repair shop now trying to get my phone. Listen, it's catastrophic. It's my main phone. It's all my text messages, like 5 different emails, 5 different faxes, 5 different, all my passwords and my contacts. Like, oh my God, y'all have no idea. But I'm not freaking out because it's going to be okay. But let me wrap up because I have to talk to them about my phone. But the thing about it is make sure that you understand the requirement for them to report. So Uline can say, we need you to do 2 orders of $100. You do 1 order of $50, and that's why it's not reporting, because you did not meet the burden for them to report. Guys, the reason why they have a requirement for them to report is because, going back to what I just said, it costs them money to report. Look, everybody pray right now. Everybody put your hand to the phone and say, we pray for Terry's phone to get restored. Guys, my main phone number I've had since 1998. It has like over 4,000 something contacts on it. OMG. And if you've been calling me, if you've been texting me, I apologize. I have a black screen. That means the phone's not dead. That's a blessing. But I'm here trying to fix it, and then I'll do the insurance claim to get a new phone. But I'm trying to have them fix it first so I can retrieve all those text messages and calls over the last couple of days. OMG. All right, so anyway, so just make sure you met the requirements. So if you are somebody out there who has a business credit account and it's not reporting to the business credit bureaus, do not call me. Do not call NAV. Call the actual company. Hey, my name is Kim. I have a fleet card with you. It's not reporting to the bureaus. When will you report? What bureau do you report to? And what requirements do I need to make for you to report? Hey, my name is Mike. I have a Uline account. What bureau do you report to? When do you report? What are the requirements for me to report? Guys, always go back to your original creditor. You are a client. You have business with them. So they will tell you what it is, and then you just make sure you meet that requirement. The very last thing, guys, go to nav.com. The NAV will give you a copy of your business credit reports from all 3 bureaus. If you just do the free service, it will just be a summary. But if you do the paid service, you can actually get a copy. And remember, again, it's very different than personal credit. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you need to invest in a coaching session with me, invest in Credit Leverage Lifestyle, or at least invest in the training sessions, the bundle. I'll link those so you can learn, because this is long-term wealth building, long-term generational wealth. You don't watch one video and become an expert. So on your business credit reports, it's not going to say you line this account. It's going to be a trade reference, If you have 5 accounts, you may have 5 trade references. So it's going to look very, very different. All right, y'all. So I have to go because they're going to have to tell me about my phone. Y'all pray for me. In the meantime, DM me if you need me, because I have access to my DM, and I have my business email and stuff on my laptop, just not on my cell phone. And if you've been reaching out to me, I apologize. I'm not ignoring you. I haven't had my access to my main phone for 3 days now. Last takeaway. Business owners have business cell phone accounts. Literally, one phone call, they send me a brand new phone. I have an insurance claim, 24/7 service, better phones, better plans. Leverage your EIN to build wealth. Amen. All right, I hope that was helpful for y'all. Have a super amazing day. Y'all see what my day is looking like. And hopefully, baby, I can at least go get my nails done before the nail shop closes, so my next video won't be looking raggedy. I won't be looking raggedy.